Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, of course, Thursday, unless you're in the United States and it's Wednesday night. How you guys going out there, Harren? How are you, my brother?
I am doing absolutely good, my friend. And you know what? Back again on Thursday morning and Wednesday night, coming after a while.
Now, you look like you haven't had much sleep, so you've been burning the candle at both ends and working for this company. So tell us what you've been doing, man. I'm sure everyone would love to hear what's going on.
Oh, it's just we are prepping for the Golden Friday, and as you know, we have been setting up some methods to get payments up. So just watch the space, guys. But other than that, a lot of people have been having sleepless days, not nights.
True story. True story. So just before we go any further, guys, just do a real quick sound check whether you can hear us okay. Just give us a 1 in the chat if you can hear and see me, and a 2 if you can hear and see Harlan's my son. Harren clearly. Tony, how you doing? Shane, I see you guys out there. Josh. Um, Guys, heaps going on, but Harren just mentioned it. Did anybody pick it up, what he said? Just in the chat if you picked it up.
Come on, I'm pretty sure you guys picked it up.
I'm sure they did too.
Yeah, let me just bring this whole screen up. So how many
Cool.
do we have online?
So they can hear and see us, which is awesome.
Awesome,
Actually, we haven't
awesome.
got that many yet. Only 23. Starting to slowly filter in. I'm just trying to find the group on my phone, guys, because my iPad's gone flat. It's what happens when you have kids. Your iPad goes flat without you even knowing it.
Technology is messing up today.
Okay, so I've now got up live here as well, so I can see other things. Golden Friday, Josh Tarafu said it perfectly. Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about. In case you missed it, there is a Golden Friday this week. That is tomorrow. 24 hours only. Good discounts right up to 25% on the biggest package. That means if you were to find someone that was going to buy a $10,000 education package, they would only pay $7,500. Now that is epic. What do you reckon, bro?
It is just amazing deal. Like a lot of people think you're already getting value, but now at 20%, 25% off. Come on, it's slowly turning into a no-brainer. So,
What do you mean
uh,
slowly? There's no slowly about it. It's not quite
well,
not quite
it
the
is
halcyon
turning
days like
into
it
a
was at the
no-brainer.
start of last year, March last year, but it's still pretty good.
You know, when I first heard about the Golden Friday, it reminded me of this old show about Donald Trump. You know, The Apprentice, and then the opening song was "Money, Money, Money, Money." You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I remember the song. I remember the song. I
Yeah.
remember the show.
And then I was like, so this is another way I can actually leverage my money at 25% off. So put it that way. So money, 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 money.
Oh,
But yeah,
right.
see, we all know the benefits. What? How many have we had so far? Two successful ones, and we only heard good stuff about it. The only hiccups you might have had, people putting in money at the last minute and not reaching on the time and stuff like that. But we try to give as much as enough information prior to Golden Fridays. Me and Andrew actually dropped the hint last week on this Q&A, so if people picked it up, you would have already topped out.
And
So I'm not
potentially
taking
even
a dig at
funded your
anyone.
account. In fact, you know what? I think it's been 2 weeks that we've kind of dropped hints because I've known for a little while that it was a potential. So,
Yeah.
Tony,
Oh,
so there's a few questions coming through already. Of course, we've got a few that have been put through in the form, guys. Thank you for using that. Do appreciate it. Does give us a little bit of idea as to where we're going to head. Um, Thanks, Kay. I feel like putting all of your comments up because they're awesome. First one was that we're handsome, and the next one was that we can sing too. So more probably Harren than myself. So Tony, you've said when is data mining activation going to be resolved? you might have to be more specific because my data mining has been activated,
Yeah.
and that was the new account, not the test account. So I have activated the new one with the licenses, and I know of a number of other people that have. So maybe message me privately, and we'll try and see what we can sort out for that one, mate.
Can I say something about that?
Absolutely, please do.
So if you are a person who purchased it in the first run before we had to take a tiny break, that means we would, let's categorize them as old list. Okay. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, let's call list number one or old list. And then after 2 days, there was another sale came on, which was more fine tuned and everybody got the activation
Yeah.
code. Okay. So if you happen to be on this first list and you haven't reached out to support, because I was one of the person in the first list. Okay. Um, there is going to be 2 emails sent to you. Okay. If you're really going to be that person who's like, you know what, I'm really frustrated, give me my money back, I think our support can do that. However, there's an email be going to given to you where you're going to directly send a message to the digital double support where they're going to resend you the activation code, which is going to work. So
Also, though, before you do that, go and have a look in, and depending on which tab you purchased it, if you purchased it in API, then it'll be there. If you purchased it in CRU, it will be there. But go and check your personal messages, because that's where I found my activation code for my first lot. So if you haven't received the code, then check there first. And I didn't find it there until I got the second lot, because I was waiting patiently, like I was told to. So check there before you do anything, because it may be there if you haven't had the activation code. That would be my advice right there.
And you know what? Quoting Neil Morrison here, he managed to do it last night. Shouldn't be problem for anyone else.
And if Neil can do it, anyone can. You know, I got a message this morning, a text message this morning that said, you're going to have a delivery today. And Sarah said, what's the bet it comes between 12:30 and 1:30? And I've just seen the courier arrive. Perfect. So guys, let's get into these questions. From Sue Elliott, it says might be more of a private question, but it's not. It's pertinent to everyone, and it's asking about a bank account. We're actually going to have another 2 established here in Australia so that we don't have this problem. And that comes off, I actually had liaison with Agadim last night, and I know Harren has as well. Harren and I have spoken about this. There's actually going to be another company floated here. And it's going to be a sister company of what's happening in the US, the Academy of Private Investor. So we're just working through that now. However, the first one, the process, it's happening. I haven't had anything back yet. So no news is good news, meaning that it's still progressing. If we weren't getting it, then we would have heard by now. So watch this space. I'd like it sooner than later. It's a little bit of a different process to the other bank accounts that we've had. So hopefully I'll have some better news next week.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we guys, we all do this business, right? And we pretty much see how we respond to the world market. And not until we get to the stages where we work on bank accounts, doing all the paperwork, we really know what we have in our hand. Sometimes things get too real, we are in too deep, right? So yeah, and the US, things happen really slow for whatever reason. And some people just don't like us for whatever reason. I don't know what, but don't like us in sense of maybe the laws are being tightened these days, and certain flags are taken really seriously. But you know what? We will overcome that. I think that's where we are setting the guidelines, and we're actually opening new doors. And if there is a door, if there is no door, we will put a door there. How's that?
We'll knock the wall down. No, every day there's new doors being opened, and yeah, so we're definitely making progress there. Kay Mitchell, you're asking, will that be the same for New Zealand? New Zealand will be able to use that account in Australia. No worries. It's Trans-Tasman banking is relatively simple. It's pretty much any international banking these days, but relatively simple. But there could be an account opening in New Zealand soon as well, but certainly the Australian one you'll definitely be able to use.
Yeah.
So you got anything on this one? This next one here, as we're getting closer to blockchain exchange, is there any knowledge of when mining will be available for partners? I haven't seen any updated webinars from Auntie Ninko. Have you, Harren?
No, but if I recall, how mining will be available, there will be certain nodes being gonna be opened up. Where specifically, that's where the mining would come in process. I would say it will follow through maybe less than 30 days after launch because we need these miners for things to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there's no any concrete information being sent yet, as far as I know. And I think Andrew, we both pretty we watch all the news. So if I missed it, Andrew missed it, then most probably it hasn't been said yet.
Yep. We're usually pretty onto it with that. Hey, so there's couple. Hold on, let me read this one here. Okay, so first one here is from Lynn. Cool question. If you have activated it, congratulations, well done. You've got the green tick. It can take 24 to 48 hours to start seeing anything come from it. I know certainly when I started the testing, I didn't see much come from it in the first day or two. But then it was sort of a steady trickle of 3 or 4. It'll do up to 500 invites for you today, but you might only get a 1% conversion from that. So you might only get sort of anywhere between 5 and 50 a day that'll sort of, well, that's 10%. So 1% is 5. So that's probably what you're likely to get coming into your network to start with. And as your network grows, that will probably increase as well. Does depend whether you're using the LinkedIn tool as well, which obviously speeds it up just that little bit.
Cool.
Okay, so Damon said something here as well. If you're too stressed about data mining, take a break from it. Bottom line, we need to find this and test still for the benefit. Many more use it. We are coners. Yep, 100%, mate. 100%. Taking a break is fine. Depends on how far ahead of the game you want to get. Blockchain, I don't have any updates for blockchain other than what Maria Antianenko has said. And I'm sure when there's anything new to report, that will be released on a Saturday night webinar or on a summary webinar or one of the Saturday night webinars or even possibly the closed one.
Absolutely. See, with that, just watch out for Maria's webinar because I think there's one due very, very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So what benefits are there for data mining for me? You want to start with that one?
Data mining for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dating. I was hoping I wouldn't say that, but yeah, dating. Come on.
I heard you got asked on a US webinar the other day if you were single, Heron. Hey.
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not? So
actually, yeah, okay. Here it goes. Okay. Nah.
You got nothing? Okay.
Nah, Andrew, you go. Yeah.
We'll go back to it. Okay, so the benefit of data mining for you is pretty simple. The more people you are able to mine, the more people you're able to get into your network, the bigger your share of the revenue will be when they do the blanket offers for them all. So that's not just, obviously when it's a digital double, then you're selling them or you're inviting them. Kia ora, Paul Holland. You're inviting them into your organization to be a part of that. That's the digital double part. The data mining phase is essentially building a really massive database. And the more you bring into that database, the bigger your revenue share will be at the end of the day. That's for me, the biggest benefit of data mining. Not just that, obviously, the company gets massive benefit from it too, which is cool. Now, there's a question up here. Was Sue Elliott? Yes, I can hint. We're currently working with NAB again, applying there, but we'll also probably go with CommBank ANZ as well. We're going to set up multiple accounts so we don't have this issue again in the future.
Absolutely. So you answered the data mining question, right?
I have.
Yeah.
You get the next one. What? I'm not quite sure which project we're referring to in India. When will the project be done in India?
Okay.
Is there a secret you're not telling us, Aaron?
Yeah. Wink. Guys, we did mention in the closed summary meeting that India is one of those countries that we are putting our attention to. Okay, obviously, as being the number one country, why wouldn't we do that? I'm probably letting out more than I should. The the countries that the focus is on at the moment: United States, Australia, Russia, and India. Okay, not saying other countries are not important. These four main countries are now the priority. Okay, after that, in the next 90 days, we will be expanding to the rest. Um, so, as far as I know, it's all in the development stage for as far as for our company. Paperwork, setting up the proper companies, and etc. etc.
Yeah.
We don't want to do the wrong thing. We don't want to do something which we are not 100% sure, where it's gonna come and bite us in the back later in terms of taxation, in terms of name problems and so on. Okay, there are specific sectors in India where Prime Minister Modi has actually invited, not us, but was an open call to investors, foreign investors from around the world. Okay, and specifically, I'm talking about agriculture and real estate. Okay, so watch this space. Come to the close summary meeting. You're gonna get all the first and investment details right there.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think I've given you some enough hints here where you can be happy with. So, what do you think, Andrew?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, there's heaps of exciting things going on, guys, and I know you don't want to hear riddles, and you don't want to hear there's heaps of stuff going on with no detail. I wish we could give you more detail than we have. I really do, because I hate being that guy that goes, "Oh, there's good stuff coming," and they're not giving you any information. That pisses me off, personally. Just yeah, Heron's pretty much told you what he can. So, Desiree, I'm just going to put this up here. You've always been able to use anything in the back office for funding, you can use, except if you're in the US, you can't necessarily use the credit card option. But any of the banking options, you can absolutely use them. So, yes, the answer to your question is yes, you can. Now, Mick's asked a really cool question. I love this here, but we kind of need to address it as well because it's talking about the banking license. When our blockchain is built, so I'll come back to the banking license. When our blockchain is built, will we look into the DeFi sector? Now, for those of you who don't know what DeFi is, Harry, do you want to explain it?
Sorry, Andrew, you go first.
It's decentralized finance, and it's essentially it's a crypto play. Now, guys, what I will say is that we've got our own stable coin coming, right? So that kind of puts us into that place already. And we're also talking about our own decentralized exchange. Decentralized means no one owns it. So it won't be ours per se. It'll be the community. Now, there's a number of those. And I know there's a guy on here, I said g'day to him before, Paul Holland, who can also talk quite intelligently on DeFi. That's where he plays. It's the space he plays in. So he knows there's a number of decentralized exchanges and what they call DAOs that work quite well, which is probably a model that we could certainly look at. Now, coming back to the banking license, so Mick, yes, I dare say we will look at DeFi. Coming back to the banking license, now that was tied up with a company that we went into partnership with that we're now in court with. So I know I won't give you any more information than that. It's not sensationalist or anything like that. It's just they didn't fulfill their obligations, and Andre's making sure that they are brought to task on that. So banking license is something we're certainly still considering in the future. In fact, Heron and I were talking about this last week. It'd just be the easiest thing, just go get our banking license done. It'd save a whole heap of the problems. So the one we had is now in court. And I'm sure there'll be more information come out about that. There's nothing sinister. There's nothing bad about it. It's just, hey, full disclosure, guys, this is what's going on. It's your company too, so you need to know what's happening in that space. Just know they didn't fulfill their obligations, and now Andre's taken them to task. It's pretty much that simple.
Yep, simple as that. When obligations are not fulfilled, then yeah, kick in the butt.
That's right. Westpac, Lynn, I wish we could open a Westpac account again, but with their CEO stepping down for what he stepped down for, and of course with them closing a whole heap of accounts again, my friend Paul, who's on here, or at least was, he's had his a number of accounts that he was in not control of, but related to. Another one of his friends that he works closely with, and my friends, and of course Harry knows him as well. He's had his account. Our accountant, we spoke to her, and she said there's a number of accounts within Westpac that were just closed without any they were closed. They had warning, but there was no recourse as to what you couldn't go back and go, well, come on, you couldn't plead a case at all. But they didn't actually give us any reasons either. They just closed them. My personal account was one of those. Sarah's personal account was one of those. Our business account was one of those. And a number, I know of at least 20 odd accounts from personal connections that were closed. There would have been a lot more than that. So unfortunately, Westpac is not an option for us anymore.
That's it. Westpac don't love us anymore.
Hey, Sue, that's a really good question. I don't know. Harren, do you know the answer to this? LinkedIn, if a member already has a large connected people before data mining, will these members receive revenue of the original connected people? That's a really good question. I'll find that out. I'll find that out, and I'll let you know tomorrow, because I am running a short webinar tomorrow at 1300 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's almost 24 hours from now, or it is just over 24 hours from now, as to data mining and why you'd want to get involved with it. So, yeah.
What do you mean receive revenue?
From the offers that get put out. So if there's an offer put out to the Mega Brain, because that's where we share revenue from in the data mining, I'd hesitate to say yes, because it's going to go to them, but I don't know for sure. Maybe not. No, it probably would, but I'll find out for sure for you, Sue.
Yeah, of course. One thing I know was if you already had a large amount of connected people, then your third level is expanded even further. So that's a good thing. So yeah,
100%.
It's a very good thing.
Sue's asked another good question. Look, I know, has Andre challenged the naysayers yet, MLM businesses, etc., who's going to place a video on YouTube? I'm not sure if he's done anything on YouTube. He possibly has. I don't monitor everything he puts out, but I do know that our legal team have been dealing with it. So, quite possibly. Cool, back into here. What have we got? Another one. Do you want to answer this one? What will the price prediction for CAU be once we enter the crypto market?
I think we answered it last week, didn't we?
We've answered it multiple times, so we're not going to answer it again, guys. And we generally always point you back to the webinars where it's mentioned anyway. We don't really want to speculate on it.
So once it enter crypto market, huh? Let's be ridiculous. Say, how much you want to say?
No, I'm not saying anything.
$5.97. How does that sound? Less than that?
Less than that? No, I don't know. Look, no, it'll be what it'll be. I'm not really too concerned about it.
Nah, guys, like, it will be what it will be, right? Like, no one... We can say one thing, and if we put more than that, you guys gonna be upset. So you'll be like, "Hurry, lie to me." It's not that. It's not that. It's just wait. Like, I'm curious to what number it's gonna be. But then, as we mentioned earlier, it's gonna be highly correlated with the number of people we have and the number of sales we are bringing in and stuff like that. So yeah, it's highly subjective at this point. So, but the objective is clear. So, yeah, awesome.
So I'm just writing this question down so I don't forget it to ask.
So I'm going to ask everyone here while Andrew's getting that done. As I mentioned about, price being subjective, does everyone know what our objective is? So put it in the chat if you know what it is. So, yeah.
I'm just loving these comments that are coming through. They're awesome. So Lynn's asked the question, should a LinkedIn member be friends with other new members who are on LinkedIn or just follow them? I don't think it's as pertinent as it is in Facebook. I don't know, that's one of the reasons why I haven't accepted a lot of friend requests on Facebook from new people. So guys, it's nothing personal. I know I am connected with a lot of new people on Facebook, but it's nothing personal if I'm not. It's simply a marketing tactic. I always said that Facebook for me was only ever a marketing platform. And that's why I got involved with it all those years ago. Probably similar, Lynn, just not as pertinent, I don't think.
Where
am I?
Hussein Al-Majid has asked a wonderful question here. You want to bring it up?
Yep. Which one? Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't add it to the broadcast.
Cool. So, Hussein has asked, what is your expectation about Maria's given roadmap, and can we achieve it by this year?
Ooh, okay. That's a really good one. What do you reckon?
I reckon a roadmap is a planned pathway by any department. Okay, the expectation given by Maria is, I would say, a calculated estimation. Okay, a calculated goal. Okay, it may be reached. It might be fine, plus minus few weeks, maybe even a month. Okay, can we achieve it by this year? That is the goal. Company is motivated to go down that pathway. Every single department in the company is working towards that. And we all know that the blockchain is the biggest key to the next piece of the bigger puzzle.
Yeah.
So with that, yes, the expectation, as I said, plus minus. But can we achieve it by end of this year? Yeah, absolutely. I believe in it.
But we've covered it a few times in the Q&A, guys. Look, I firmly believe we're actually back ahead of schedule now. So if you think back to what Andre said when we first launched CAU in March of 2019, we were looking to go to global merchandising phase 3, in October of 2020, which is this year. So I would think that, from all reports I've seen, from the roadmap I've seen, we're actually ahead of that schedule. So there's just a couple of things that they're waiting on for them to pull the trigger, because everything's almost ready to go now. So I think it's absolutely achievable. I think it's very realistic.
Absolutely. So guys, watch out the space. It's not like we put one step in front and go 4 steps back. Okay, we making sure that the step we put followed by another big step.
100%.
So let's see. Of course, there will be bumpy roads, bumpy rides. So, but it's part of the journey, guys. Come on, we actually having fun.
Yeah, 100%, right? We are having fun. Hey, so Kim's asked another question on here on data mining, which is absolutely great, guys. Data mining right now is a great way to bring people into your business. It really, really is. So a question from Kim is, what would be a good interim strategy to use for contacts established through data mining? Well, there's two takes on this. You could be very selective as to who you want to talk to and talk to them. You could talk to everyone. What Alex, because come back to, remember I said last week or the week before, we had a president that had some concerns. And we had a meeting with Alexander, and I think Dimitri was on that call as well, and Boris and myself. And the president's concern was, and I'll leave the president nameless, but the president's concern was, but in 3 months when we start data mining, digital doubles, get it right, they'll have forgotten us. And Alexander went, good, that's what we want. we want them to forget that we contacted them to start with. So you could take that and do nothing. You could be selective. It's really up to you. I have contacted a few of them. There's far too many for me to contact. I'll be honest. It's coming too thick and too fast for me to keep up with. It'd be a full-time job for me to liaise with those people that are responding or that are connecting with me on LinkedIn. Full-time job. I wouldn't be able to do it. So I am being very selective as to which ones I am speaking to. If there's things that I think we could do together, or if I know that they're potentially looking for something, then I start talking to them. So it's a personal thing, Kim, but yeah, that's something I'm doing as an interim. We need space on Facebook in 2 months. We will need... Yes, Mick Seedman, we will.
There was a phenomenon which I remember, where people, I used to have a lot of friends. Oh, I not used to, still have a lot of friends in the
Don't lie.
film industry in Malaysia, right? And I used to see within a year they've probably already gone through 2 accounts or 3 accounts, Hugh Jackman 1, Hugh Jackman 2, Hugh Jackman 3, because they only have this 5,000 limit. So, and slowly it died down because they're all turning into these pages, but now slowly it's coming back.
Yeah. Because pages don't get the reach anymore.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you are having that more than 5,000 people, quality people, then maybe pages is another way for you to connect, and maybe that's a pathway to establish your own personal brand. Who knows? You might be the next awesome person.
Maybe.
Which you not already are. You already are an awesome person.
Yeah, of course. Everyone on here are awesome people.
Because you're watching our Q&A. Of course you're awesome.
So Tony's asked the question here: will the DM affect your existing connections on LinkedIn? I don't think so. I'm not really sure. All your data mining is doing is adding more people to it, so it shouldn't really affect it. It's not posting anything on your behalf.
Yep.
So logic would suggest no, that it wouldn't. Mike McCorn's saying that DM's still not working. It's working for me, mate. Maybe it could be user error, but if you want to contact me afterwards, we'll have a quick look at it and see what's going on for you.
Cool.
Yeah, here's an answer from Bob for your question before. Lynn, better just to follow new people on LinkedIn. You still see their feed and can message them. So yeah, that's good advice from someone that probably uses LinkedIn a lot more than me. This is a cool question. How do you connect? I'm doing a live stream on my personal profile. There'll be a link up this afternoon, the same as there was for this. So you'll be able to follow it. My profile was open to the public, so you should be able to find it and look for it without being friends with me. But you can follow me and you'll be able to see it as well.
Cool. So, which question are we on in the paper?
In the paper, we're up to what is the name of our company under the Global Portfolio Investment Done? Is it CRU or NEW or something else?
Cannot disclose it now.
Did you say la or now?
Cannot disclose it now.
No. As soon as that can be disclosed, I know there's documents and stuff that have been sent already. So as soon as that is official, because there is some changes going on behind the scenes there. Good.
You know what? I will, Andrew. Sorry. There is a message that put out by Mila Sejakova a couple days ago. You remember that? That any affiliation, any messages, anything to do with our company, which is going on a public forum, we've been told to take it down. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not solely to hide from the people until the correct paperworks have been, the process is carried out. We want to be under the radar for a while. Okay. Networking side is perfect. Fine. Go for it. Do whatever marketing you need to do. But anything else to do with the investment portfolio and all the other stuff, we need to wait. And Kevin, I know it probably frustrates you, but this information we only give out in the closed summary meeting. And as just mentioned, we are in the process of getting paperwork and all the approvals and done. It's not for the good of us and not for the good of Andre. It's for good for the whole company. Okay, so
the other side of that, Harren too, and for you, Kevin, is that, and we've said this before, it is a private company. They're not obligated to provide any of that information, and we're not technically investors. We purchase education. We're essentially along for the ride. Yes, we get a vote. There'll be more information and things come out on that, but we're not here as investors. I know a lot of us think that we are, but technically we're not. And that has to be that way for the very reasons that Harren's just talking about. So, guys, the company gives out a lot of information already, is incredibly transparent in its dealings. In fact, 90% of the information it gives out, it's not obligated to give anyone. It does that because it wants you to have the feel safe in the knowledge. So, I applaud Andre for what he does and making sure also that we're doing things in such a way that we keep our noses clean, because that's pretty important too, particularly in the day and age at the moment. Far out. So how long does it take for your DM license to get activated? As soon as you activate it. So you'll have either in your email or in your personal messages inside of your back office. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me, sorry. Didn't want to come and then it came. In your back office, inside of your personal messages, you'll be able to find your activation code there. So as soon as you activate it, there is instruction there on what to do. There's a little tutorial. Pretty simple. Love the birthday crypto program short video, the updated one for my... Cool, Joe. This is a great question. Love the happy birthday crypto unit. Will there be an updated one for marketing? Yes, there will be. And you're right. What you've said there, I know it's keeping up with the changes is tricky, but there's going to be very clear delineations. Obviously, we've got our digital double or data mining product. We've got a U-Game product, so there'll be specific videos for those. Remember, coming back to what Harren said about what Mila said, and we mentioned it also on this call last week or the week before, that anything mentioning CRU and promoting the portfolio, we need to get rid of. We really do.
See, it's not for that we. How do you put it? It's not the wrong thing to do. It just delays the process. Just makes it, you know, just makes it tougher on us. So might as well do it right, and then we're free to do everything we do. So, Kevin, I think
Hold on.
we offered you many times, my friend, to reach out to us. I haven't got any message from you, so.
Yeah, neither have I. There's another question he's put up that I will come back to, though. Lynn's just asked a really cool one. I see a couple of new members advertising promoting DMDD. Are we allowed to do that? 100% you are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. And as I said, I'm running a webinar tomorrow at 1300 Australian Eastern Standard doing exactly that. So jump on if you want to have a look. I'll make that a video available to everyone after it's published. So Kevin, I want to address this right now because there'll be other people, because you've raised the question, will be asking it under the radar. Why? Simple. Because of the nature of our business and the fact that everyone is independent business owners, we can't control what they say. So if our company says this is what's got to happen, we've got to keep our nose clean because we don't want any reason for the SEC to turn around and go, no, you can't do that. And it'll only take one idiot posting the wrong thing online to do so. So when Andre says we want to stay under the radar, that's why. And it makes perfect sense to me. In fact, I think it makes perfect sense to anyone who's serious about this company, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Most of the information that we think we can disclose has been disclosed. Information that we say that will be disclosed will also be disclosed. It's just been taken some time to get it into the process. All right. So I think we'll put that at rest right there. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, put it that way. Cool. Awesome. Next question.
Which one? On the paper or up there?
Let's go with the paper.
Okay, go.
So Golden Friday. If you take our installment package, does the discount apply to the first installment only, or if make multiple installment packages?
It is only available to the first installment that you make. So yes. Good question, Sue, but that's exactly what it is.
Yep. Cool. Did you want to take that question one earlier?
Which one? No.
Okay. Perfect.
You serious? There's another courier here. I've got another delivery arriving.
What are you kidding?
I don't know. This is the third one today. It's like Christmas. I love it.
Oh. You know, guys. I'm just another wonderful thing just reminded me in my mind right now when Andrew said only takes one idiot to mess it up, right? It's actually a marketing thing. When I studied marketing, I'm gonna say two things right here, okay? And you tell me which one sounds so much better for you to listen to, okay? Ready? Andrew, ready?
Go.
Okay. Half the people I know are idiots. Okay? That's the first statement. Half the people I know are amazingly intelligent. That's my second statement. So which one do you think will be well received if it was my opening line? The first one or the second one? Which one do you think people are going to be happy to listen to? Let's see it in the comments, all right? Because I'm going to say what it is after this. Andrew, you get what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's all about linguistics, 100%.
I repeat, half the people I know, if I go in front of the stage and I say, half the people I know are idiots. If that was my opening line, imagine how the crowd would be. And if same crowd, same stage, and my opening statement is, half the people I know are amazingly intelligent. Which one do you think will be well received? Let's see which one comes up.
So we've got a lot of people coming through on that. Now, guys, what you've got to understand is Harren just said the exact same thing, just said it in a different way. So he said the exact same statement, but with different words. Which one is received better? Ooh, I know what that is. Guys, do you know what's just arrived? The projector screen for the new office on the Gold Coast. That's what's just arrived. How cool is that? Hopefully I don't have to get off my backside and sign for it. He's going to come, no. Do you need a sign? Victoria? Daughter's home, so she can sign for it. It's all good. Okay, so that's 2 today. Great. Does the trading platform we're using to buy stocks, etc., allow for option trading, generate cash flow from stocks we own? Have seen Forex options on the platform, but haven't seen stock options. So Aaron, do you want
to ask this question?
It's one of Mick Seedman's. He's asked it live. How does the trading platform we're using to buy stocks? So you spoke of Saxo Bank a couple of weeks ago, or what's the broker we're using at the moment? Do they allow for option trading?
We use Saxo,
Yep.
and yes, I think if you clearly remember, if you would have been in the closed meeting, I actually said Saxo is one of those brokers platforms which allows us to do a lot of things. All right, I think there was only almost 40,000 instruments we can trade on, and I think I think option trading is one of them, and we are definitely getting into them. Alan Nelson, if you know from the Gold Coast office, has actually constantly reminded us about that as well. So yeah. And let me address this once for all, and again, and I usually don't want to do this apart from doing it in the closed meetings, okay? And you guys know that why I do that. Um, why stocks? Why are we in the stock platform right now? Why are we focusing on this? Is because very simple. We have multiple times mentioned that we are now increasing our liquid asset portion of the portfolio. Simple as that. Nobody said that we're not going to do any other stuff moving forward. Liquid asset is at priority right now. That is the only reason that you probably only see stock markets being disclosed. In the future, you're going to see a lot more coming and disclosed. Okay, so let's see if you're ready for it. That's all I was saying.
Yep, perfect. Hey, now there's a question here from Madeline Neves on our form. Thank you. It's a good question. When signing up new members, what is the difference in using referral links from the CRU tab or the API tab? I was using the CRU referral tab, but my sponsor suggested I use the API referral tab, but doesn't know why. Can I please explain, or can we please explain? I believe that all referral links now default to API anyway, because that is the point of entry. So no one can actually enter directly to CRU now. So that would be why you would choose to use the API tab or the API links. However, I do believe that all referral links now point to that as it is. But that's the one you want to use because no one can register directly into the CRU. Is Saxo
Absolutely.
live?
Yeah, Saxo is live.
Yeah, Saxo is live.
You can go into Saxo Australia, sign up for an account, and probably sign up for a demo account, and maybe you can start trading yourself. It is live.
Josh, I love it. When I joined the company, I turned up to every webinar and training so that I'm part of the smarter half in the audience. Be responsible, you're part of the education. Well said, my friend. Well said. And Stephen Gagey, you're definitely in the second one, mate. You're definitely in the more intelligent side. Hey guys, has it been decided on how the company will pay dividends monthly, quarterly, or yearly? Please say monthly so I can place my wages with best ever investment. When and if that starts happening, or not if, it will. It's just a matter of when. We're working towards it being monthly. However, it may work out. It will go on whatever direction we get to be able to get across the line. And Andre wants it to be monthly. So that's what we're working towards. Will it happen that way? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know for sure, but that's what we're working towards.
Cool. You know, I read a report this morning and it was pretty cool. There are top 100 companies that are performing really well in the pandemic. Okay. I'll just say the names up. See what do you guys think. Let's stir up some conversation here. Number one, we have Amazon. They've absolutely killed it. They absolutely upped it.
Yeah, did you
Number
hear the other day, just
two,
on that note, did you see Jeff Bezos added $13 billion to his women?
oh
Eh?
yeah,
That was like in one day. Holy. Anyway, carry on.
yeah. Amazon number 1, Microsoft at number 2, Apple at number 3, Tesla at number 4, Tencent, which is a Chinese company, or let me put this in perspective, not WhatsApp, WeChat. WeChat is owned by Tencent. Nvidia, number 7, PayPal. We have PayPal, and then Pinduoduo. It's like a Chinese version of YouTube and a commerce website. So put it this way, guys. I think the top 10 companies in this economic devastation happen to be all tech companies. How cool is that?
Fancy that. Isn't that what they call a techocracy?
Techocracy? Yeah. Oh, well.
WeChat.
But anyways, guys, just put this in your mind and put it in perspective, right? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to understand this. Now the statement I gave earlier, it's the exact same thing, but I think I'll probably get more reach. I think more people will make me more famous if I said it in the first way. They will be like, Harry said we are all idiots.
Hey, good to see you here, Devin, my friend. And he said if not monthly, it should be quarterly, and you're right. And he also said something a little bit earlier. It is at the direction of the SEC. I kind of alluded to that. We'll take the direction, is what I said. But we're aiming for monthly. But yeah, as Devin has rightly said, and I've put it up on the screen for everyone. If not monthly, it should be quarterly. So, and guys, you know, there's going to be enough coming in that you should be able to budget it 3 months to 3 months. Yeah, which is exactly what he followed it up with. What are we going to do with all that money we're going to make? I reckon we solve world hunger. That's probably a good place to start.
Hey, we made a plan last year. Remember, we're gonna bring water to some villages.
Absolutely, and you know what? A shout out to some of our partners in Oman that are already doing that. So if you know Nasir, if you and his lovely wife, you know Khalid, they've got a group over there that are doing exactly that. They've built 2 or 3 wells already, and they may have been built more since that. So you know they're already putting, and they're not waiting for the company to do that, guys. They're just doing that. So that's something we can all learn from. And I know Chris Cresswell is on here. I know one of his, and I used to say this all the time at Master Profis. One of his visions is to build orphanages in places that you know need them. So really, what we do with that, I should flash that back up, Devin. I'm going to put it back up because you know it's a cool discussion. Just think about it. You know, you're going to get to the point where you're no longer going, "Ooh, can I afford to do that?" You're going to be in the lap of luxury or living however you want, whether it's frugally, however, it doesn't matter. You're going to have the choices and you're going to be going, I've got to spare 100K, perhaps I should put it towards that. You know, and you're going to have other issues that you need to think about, like how much the ATO wants to take from you, or the Inland Revenue Department, or from New Zealand, the IRD. Unless, of course, you know the public and private system, which is a time for a different conversation. We've already mentioned that. But guys, that's what are you going to do? Start asking those questions, really, and really explore them.
I've just posted something in the chat for you guys to have a good Thursday read. How's that?
And I love this too. I'll post absolutely what Harren said as well, but I love this from Adrian. Have been supporting orphanages for 15 years. I go there every couple of years. Don't want to start now. 100%. And guys, that's the law of reciprocity working quite well there. If you do that first, it will come to you anyway, tenfold. Like really.
Yep.
And that's the link that Harren has put in. So go and have a look in the chat to find that. Hey, you want to get this next one on the sheet here? Can you make money from data mining, or just by buying and not networking? Adrian,
can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool. Guys, put it this way. Yes, you can make money by data mining, but then it's how you mine the data. It's the information that you're gonna get used from data mining. Like all the people that get connected, all the after work that you're gonna do, is definitely gonna turn into cash, potentially. But that's just, again, we would like to say that the data mining process is just the first step of a big process. It's just step number one. There's a lot more going to be leading up to it. And you know what? Do you know how many sales that we had for data mining so far? I would say probably only 1% of the throughout of the company would have purchased it, to be honest. All
Mm.
right. Um, and that means you all pretty much pioneered this data mining process, and you're pioneers in the digital double company. And you're probably going to grandfather a lot of processes moving forward. So, yeah, Andrew, anything to say after that?
No. You've covered that beautifully, mate. I know. To me, the money you're gonna make money. We've spoken about it before. Big data guys. Think about Facebook. You if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. So if you're not paying for Facebook, guess what? You're the product.
Uh-huh.
So that's essentially what we have a similar reach. Or we're going to have a similar reach, probably better than that. So just think of what Facebook makes in advertising revenue every year. It's in the billions of dollars, and that's coming into our account. The bigger portion you've got of that for your database, the big high percentage of revenue you'll get from it. So
Yeah.
there's so many cool things coming through here from people, and Devin, I know I can see you. You I'm going to put this up because you've answered these questions for Kevin. Well, with questions, why were DDU gain an API registered by the same agent to incorporate in Delaware? And Devin said there's a lot of people that why is Alibaba listed in Delaware? Why is Yahoo listed in Delaware? It's the same question like why is our parent company listed in the BVI? Everything's done for a reason. If you got down, look, this is, and I'm going to be really blunt here, and I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to be rude or offensive. This is the second week where you've come and asked good questions. They are good questions, but they're really pointed questions. Now, we've offered that you can come and talk to us. As of yet, you haven't got in touch with myself. You haven't got in touch with Harren. If you want to be disruptive, you're welcome to, but you're welcome to do it outside of this group. If you want to ask good questions and bring the conversation forward, then absolutely bring them on. If you want to be negative about the company, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place 100%. If you don't like what you see, walk away. No one's forcing you to stay. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about any more of that.
I think the last time I heard Delaware had some really good burgers as well. So.
Yeah, it hasn't got much else going for it.
That's what. Guys, again, I really don't know what to say. You're telling us that we have to change our accountants and lawyers for every state we go. I don't think so. I got a team which is working for me. If they're doing the right thing, then I don't see a problem. So, anyways.
Anyways, moving right along. This is a good question. Last Golden Friday, I received the password the day after. Can you advise? You should get it as soon as you've checked out. You should get the thing. Can I? Hold on. No, you'll get it. It should get emailed to you. Can I advise if you know it now? And I don't know it now. I don't know. It won't be released until the day. And when you do your checkout process, there'll be a place to put a voucher number. And you put that voucher number in. Guys, it's really important that before you hit buy, you put that voucher number in. I had a partner last month that didn't put the voucher number in or the code in. And out of the goodness of my heart, I sent him the difference, right? The discount. Because, it might have been user error, but it's an easy mistake to make. So just be mindful when you're going through and doing it, guys, that you do put the code in. It'll be in, if you qualify, it'll probably be in your personal messages inside of your back office.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, so that's that one. Is the white paper still due this according to the roadmap? Yep, 100%. It says, sorry, the full question is the white paper due this month according to the roadmap? Yes. As I said last week, guys, it's actually complete, but it's all in Russian, and to have it translated properly into English and other languages, it's going to take a little bit of time.
Absolutely. It's coming, guys. Come on. I don't know how to put this, all right? As much as me, Andrew, Devin, Armand, Mila, Cam, the Presidential Council, the Leadership Council are in the inside and we get information, all the difference is we only get it 24 hours. time point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, pretty much.
But half the people in the presidential council, leadership council, miss the 24 hours most of the time, and they hear it with the other people, which is cool, right? But what I'm trying to say is, we have been very transparent. Andrew has mentioned this over and over. Andre has made the effort to be in pretty much most of the meetings. He also reached out to every single Marathon 260 speakers and also participants just lately, less than 2 weeks ago. He's been having these personal calls, right? And he's been addressing questions. He's been listening to advices, and he has said to us many times that it's our people. Hear that word. You guys are our people. Every single person who's a participant of the VIP club and this whole CRU program and a partner of the Academy of Private Investor, you guys are our people. You guys are our family. You guys are the ones who are going to hear it first. You guys are going to get the information from us. All right. Um, so there you go. It's not going to be not being told to you guys. You guys are going to get this information. So, yeah, put it that way.
Absolutely. I know that Andre, you know what? To me, sometimes, and I say this with the utmost respect. I love Andre and I love his vision, but he's far too kind sometimes. He gives away way too much, and he wants to make sure even the people that are bad mouthing our company, that they still get looked after. I have an issue with that because I don't believe anyone should be looked after that's shitting on someone else. But you know, that's what sets Andre apart, and it's one of the reasons why I'm still with the company. It's one of the reasons why I still consider myself a special kind of stupid, because I do work behind the scenes at stupid hours, the same as Harren does, and he's definitely a special kind of stupid, the same as I am. And in fact, I'd go as far as to say almost everyone on the Presidential Council and the Leadership Council are a special kind of stupid. I think you have to be that to be able to. We do it because of what Andre brings to the table, and every week, you know, regardless of what's going on, he wants to make sure he sees the best in everyone at every time, and I truly respect that. I really, really, really do. Hey, this is a cool question because it starts with, this is probably a dumb question.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you have to keep your LinkedIn and data mining sites logged in for the mining to occur? Or can we log out and keep, or do we keep, you don't have to be logged in for the mining to occur. You don't have to be logged in. You just have to have it set up on your data mining account and set to go, and then it'll just keep doing its thing. While you sleep, it'll be sending out information and sending out invites and connecting people for you.
Cool. I think we end at the end of the question. We do have something we want to mention to everyone else. Andrew, do you want the honors?
What's that?
To answer to actually announce this. Actually, before that, there was one question regarding the UAE bank account. I do know something about it. I think Andrew, you do too. There is a new banking option in the back office, which is the Bank of UAE, which is going to be with 4 different currencies: USD, Euros, and GBP. I think, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it is available. But all I'm telling you guys is it's there. It's temporary. I won't say temporary. We would like it to stick around. Just if you're trying to put big amounts in, if you're trying to put a big amount in, I would say if it's anything more than $5,000, break it down. Like, I know some say we can accept up to 10K, but I would say let's not mess up the system. Try to break it down to smaller payments and do that way. But it is available. It is in your back office, and I think it's available as of last night. So do that and gear up for the Golden Friday. But other than that, new bank accounts are on the way with other countries, like Andrew mentioned, I've mentioned. But be diligent, guys. Be diligent with this bank account. Don't break it, but embrace it. That's all I would say.
Absolutely, and look, you said something that's really pertinent. I think that anything over 10K automatically gets flagged. So, guys, it might be a slight inconvenience, but if you have to do it in more than one transaction, do it. Particularly if it's bank transfer, it's not really costing you anything more. If it's over if it's 10K or more, then if it's a $25 fee, then that's really a drop in the bucket. Transfer wise is always a good option. It does bring your fees down. It makes it cheaper to transfer the money, so that's something that you could look at, guys. If you haven't already, it's 1:30 according to that. Yep. So yeah, the announcement that we've got, guys, we have extended, and thank you for everyone who has. We even had somebody. Hey,
before you go,
what go?
We have to announce the open call.
Which one?
Open call for console.
Yeah, that's what I am doing.
Oh, you're doing okay.
You calm down. So just wait there.
I thought you were closing up.
No. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has made submissions for the open call for the positions on the Asia Pacific Council. We've even had applicants from as far afield as India who don't quite fit into the Asia Pacific Council, but we do appreciate you. So that open call is still available. Harren will make that link available on this post for those of you who missed it last week. If you think that you've got something you could bring to the Asia Pacific Council, you want to be considered to be a part of that to really help the direction of where we're going, then we would love to have you apply for that open call. It has been extended slightly. So make hay while the sun shines. It's there available for everyone, so jump in it.
Absolutely, guys. There was this one post that we put the other day in the group, and we said, we love you guys. If you want to be part of this, then join. Put an application in. If there's no application coming in, that means we'll take it as you guys don't love us. Is that the kind of message you want to send us?
Hey, Mick, I like what you've said here, mate. It's the quickest hour of his week. He reckons it takes 5 minutes. So we appreciate that. I guess that's a testament to you guys being here. Where's that gone? I can't see.
Also, the deadline for it is actually this Sunday, guys. This Sunday, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so it's very simple. A short blurb on why you're the right person. A nicely short video, around 2 to 5 minutes max. Why we should choose you, and just send us the form. Send it. Put a link, and we'll be happy to go through it. Here comes the link on the chat, guys. Yeah. And also, today's what, 23rd? Am I right?
It is the 23rd. 100%.
Yeah. So kudos to Neil Morrison and Evelyn Kumar. They're actually having an event there today. I think it's a very few hours away.
It's in Wellington, yep. In fact, she just said, can we do a shout out for that? So we absolutely will, guys. There is give us the address, Evelyn, and we'll post it. We'll post it on the chat here for everyone. If you got people in Wellington and you want them to see a live presentation from Neil and from Evelyn, then absolutely by all means invite them to that meeting. It will be a cracker, I know. They're both chomping at the bit to get out and do live presentations again. We're real close to getting live presentations again on the Gold Coast too, by the way. Somebody asked last week about the office. It's infinitely close to infinitely? I don't know if that's the right word, but it's so imminently close to opening. As I said, the projector screen just arrived before while we've been in here. The projector arrived this morning. Just a couple of other components that we need in there, and we're good to go for everyone. So guys, yeah, definitely. Also, last thing I'm going to mention, if I don't get the address from Evelyn to post up, and that is tomorrow, 1300 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I believe that'll be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday evening in the US for anyone that is in the US and wants to be on it. It'll only be around half an hour, guys, or thereabouts. Just a real quick webinar as to what data mining is about, what the advantages is, and how you can use it to promote your business is a big one. Guys, exciting times. Okay, so for tonight, it is at Ridges Hotel. Oh, that's in Christchurch on the 25th. I don't know about tonight.
Rico Sports Center.
Rico Sports Center? I missed that. Where is it?
Hang on.
Okay, so tonight in Wellington, you're at the Rico Sports Center. On Saturday night in Christchurch, you're at Ridges Hotel from 6 p.m. Okay, so There's another one on Saturday night. Yes, Tony. Yay, Gold Coast office. We will be having an opening. Awesome, guys. Please, you're getting value from it. Rico Sport. There's the other one. This is the one for tonight, guy. Rico Sports Centre, Lower Hutt, 6 p.m. Awesome.
Perfect.
All right, so it's now 13:35. We got good numbers coming on here, guys. I think we got as high as 90 in here today. Let's see if we can hit 100 next week. That'd be great. Remember, keep getting your questions on the forms. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. I'll put up the... It is in the description of the chat. The form... Oh, no, it's not, because I forgot to put it in. But let me put this up real quick so you've got it, so you can see it. It is at the top of the group, guys. If you go and look at the banner at the top of the Asia Pacific Facebook group, if you click on that banner, it will take you through to the description where the link is for the form that is just flashing across the bottom of your screen now, where you can submit your questions onto this form. Of course, you can ask them live as well.
Absolutely. And, thanks for coming, Devin, all the way from USA.
Absolutely.
And,
good to have you.
Yeah. And, Josh Tarafu posted something really awesome yesterday on his Facebook. I won't tell you what it is, but go and have a look. And I've posted something too in my Facebook. If you just go up there and get the message out there. It's be nice to see how many people that we know are with this. So with that, guys, thank you from me. Stay classy, everyone.
As always, guys, have an amazing week. Make the most of your weekend. You got an amazing opportunity in front of you. Make the most of it. Talk to people, just have fun with it, because if you're not having fun, it's no point. But we'll see you guys same bat time, same bat channel next week, 12:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, 1300 tomorrow for the annual. There'll be a link up for that real soon for the digital doubles and data mining webinar that I'm going to do. Have a good one, guys. Love yous all. Take care.